Hey everybody, it's Jared Wade, Communications Director for the town of Avon. And today we're doing a little thing called Live at Brunch because it's about 10 o'clock, Mary, right? It's brunch time.
Brunch time.
Exactly. And I'm here with, I'm going to let her introduce herself. This is my friend Mary. Mary, tell everybody about who you are and who you're here with.
My name is Mary Burkhart, and my husband Brent and I have lived here in the community of Avon for 33 years. We raised our daughter Katie here. She went to Avon schools, and she's now grown and out on her own and lives and works in New York City now. But Brent and I are still here. And I am the vice president of the board at the Mary Lee Maier Food Pantry, which is affiliated with our local Avon Community School Corporation.
That's fantastic. So we're going to talk a little bit more about what the Mary Lee Maier Food Pantry or Community Pantry does, because in a couple weeks, there is a holiday coming up that I'm sure we're all familiar with called Thanksgiving. And what is the number one thing that you do at Thanksgiving? Do you know? You know. We eat. Right?
We eat.
We eat.
I personally eat a lot, so more than I should.
So do I. But there are some in the community that need a little bit of help when it comes to food. And that is why the Mary Lee Maier Community Pantry is here. They help in all different facets. So I thought it would be fun and wise to talk a little bit about what they do in the community. So I'm going to ask a lot of questions here to Mary. We are live, so if there are questions that you have, we would encourage you to throw those in the chat. Angel is watching the board, and if there are questions that are coming through, that would be really good to be asked. We're happy to throw those at Mary and let her answer those. But real fast, I think a lot of people hear the term food pantry or things of that nature, and they maybe sometimes think, well, that's not for me because I have a job, or that's not for me because I've got too many kids, or whatever their situation might be. So can you explain who Mary Lee Maier Community Pantry serves?
Yes, I would love to. Thank you so much, Jared. I appreciate the question. First of all, no one who is experiencing food insecurity should be afraid to reach out and find help. Mary Lee Maier Pantry, we are affiliated with the Avon Community School Corporation. So what we do is we serve anyone affiliated with the Avon Community School Corporation. Families who have a child or multiple children, doesn't matter, in our school corporation. But we also allow employees. We serve employees of the Avon Community School Corporation. They and their families, some of them are facing food insecurity as well. So, and every now and then we will get people come to our pantry who aren't aware that those are the individuals that we serve. So they come to our pantry and we don't turn them away. They're families who are facing food insecurity. So we have them come in and we give them food and we let them shop just like all of our other families do. And then we explain who we serve, but we give them a list of the other 20 food pantries here in Hendricks County.
Oh, wow.
Not only their names, but their addresses, and also the days and hours of operation, so that they leave not only with food, but they leave also armed with information about where they can go on a regular basis.
That's fantastic. So they don't have to just come to MLM. They can go to any of these other number, and you empower them with that information. You say
we feel that that's very important, that when facing food insecurity, knowledge is power. Yeah. And we want people to know where we want people to know where they can find help.
That's fantastic. So some of you might not know where MLM was started or how it was started. Can you give us a Cliff Notes version of kind of how that whole program came to be?
Oh, I would love to. Thank you so much. And it actually started, it's hard to even remember when it actually started because it did so rather informally. And what I mean by that, we had some wonderful educators in one of our elementary schools who began to notice that a lot of my students are coming to school hungry. There's food insecurity in those households. And of course, when children come to school, if they're hungry, this is not the best situation for learning, because we've all been hungry before and you can't think of anything else other than I'm hungry. So what these wonderful teachers began to do is things they could keep in their desk drawers even. Oh, wow. That were non-perishable, that they could keep in a desk drawer, send home in a backpack, either in the evening or perhaps on weekends. And it really evolved from that. Then it became bigger and bigger. A lot of school counselors got involved too, because they were very well aware of the students who were facing food insecurity. So it evolved that we would keep boxes of food in certain counselors' offices. And so that was another outlet. Then it just grew from there. And the more formal, if you will, pantry really began in a kindergarten classroom at Maple Elementary. And then it became much bigger. So then the pantry moved to an unused classroom at Avon Middle School South. And then about 4.5 years ago, we moved to the present location for Mary Lee Maier Pantry that offered us more space and more versatility to serve our families. And that is located at Avon Intermediate School East, entrance 13.
Oh, wow. It's a very specific spot right there that you have to get to.
Well, it is. And in that way, we're able to serve our families, and we're in there all the time during the day because many deliveries occur during the day, but our distribution is on Thursday afternoons from 5 till 6. So it's an easy way to get our families to where we can get them arranged by number. You know, we hand out very random numbers. We dig into a bag. I do it myself and just pull out clothespins with numbers, and that's how we line them up.
Okay.
And so in that area, we have a great way to line them up. We have plenty of space.
So you talk about distribution, and you talk about it sounds like there's quite a few people. First, and this just might be my opinion on this, but if there's one family that has helped, then you're succeeding.
Absolutely.
But I've heard that you have significantly more than just one family. On average, about how many families go through? Because it's weekly, correct?
It is. It's every Thursday from 5 till 6 is distribution.
And on average, how many families come through that line?
That's a great question. And we have grown just exponentially. When I first started volunteering after work for distribution on Thursdays, that was about 3.5, almost 4 years ago. We averaged between 50 and 60 families a week.
Oh, wow.
Now we average between 90 and 100 families per week. And in fact, last week on distribution day, Thursday, November the 2nd, we set a new record of 116 families. So that just offers some indication to people of just how many people in our community are facing food insecurity.
That's incredible. Angel, there's a few photos. We're going to pull some photos up and show you kind of what the facilities look like. Barb from MLM was able to take some pictures and send those over. And I think this first photo is basically the main entrance. This is what you see as you come into the community pantry. As we go through these photos, and we're going to look at each one of these for, I don't know, just a few seconds or so. Okay. Mary, could you talk to us a bit about, at the very beginning, I was talking about Thanksgiving and the fact that you serve 90 to 100 plus families. Yes. This is a guess, but I presume that when you get to Thanksgiving time, there's a lot more food that goes out. What's the difference, or is there a surge, or around Thanksgiving time, have you noticed any changes or differences, or the need for additional foods or donations?
Well, we always love donations. I mean, I feel like Avon, and someone told me one time that Avon was an acronym, AVON, and it meant a valley of neighbors. And so we can always use food. And this is a community that I have found anyway, in my 33 years of living here, that this is a community that we help each other. And so donations, we accept donations all the time.
Absolutely.
But you're right. Around the holidays, we benefit from things like Project Angel. That's closer to Christmas. Mm-hmm. And here we try to send home a little extra food because we know that people are having their holiday dinner for Thanksgiving, that kind of thing. So it's hard to say exactly how much more goes out,
sure,
but certainly more does go out. Every single week, we provide families with about $100 worth of food. I'm sure it's a little more around Thanksgiving.
Sure. That makes total sense.
Yes.
Now, November 16th is a special date.
Yes.
Because November 16th is, I believe it's the last Thursday, the last distribution day before Thanksgiving.
Correct.
How busy is that day?
We expect that to be extremely busy because our families know that we are closed on Thanksgiving Day because that is a Thursday. Yeah. So we always try to send home a little bit more because we know that we're providing them for 2 weeks rather than one. So absolutely. I think we always expect a surge that day. We always expect more. And given that last week, November 2nd, was 116 families, We expect that or more for November 16th, the last time we will see our families before Thanksgiving Day.
So we've got a list we're going to throw up on the screen. There are certain foods that you always need and always are looking for.
Yes.
There's a list on your screen right now that talks about different proteins and grains and vegetables and so on and so forth. Mary, could you talk a little bit about when you get to this time of the year, when you get to Thanksgiving, are there certain foods or certain donations that I don't want to say desire, but there are certain donations and certain types of foods that are going to be able to be distributed to a wider range and a larger group of people. Anything like that that the community can maybe think about if they're thinking about, you know what, we can go get some donations, and this is really what Mary or MLM needs. Let's go get a whole bunch of this. What would those items be?
I would say those items would be this time of year, we're always looking for baking ingredients,
Okay.
because those are the things that we may not stock regularly, but things that can be very expensive in a store. For example, vegetable oil that people can bake with, flour, sugar, and then boxed mashed potatoes, boxed instant mashed potatoes are
Okay.
always great. You want to bring jars of gravy. That was wonderful too. In addition to things we always need like cereal, pasta, peanut butter and jelly, healthy snacks, things like that.
That's awesome. I presume that it was going to be some gravy and some mashed potatoes in there.
Yes.
My kids hate mashed potatoes.
Do they really?
Yes,
Oh.
I don't know where they got that from because
I
me
love them.
and my wife, we love mashed potatoes, but they're like, this is disgusting. I'm like, I think you need to just reevaluate why you don't like mashed
They
potatoes.
grow into it.
Exactly.
Into using it.
Exactly.
Well, and boxed mashed potatoes are to make instant mashed potatoes. They're so good now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it was 20 or 30 years ago. They're really very good now, and it's a great way for us to be able to provide, our families the staples they may need at
Good.
that time of the year.
Good. Well, the 16th of November is the last day for the pantry. What the town of Avon has opted to do is we're doing a program called thanksGIVINGback, and we'd like to start doing this more frequently. And we thought, why not start with MLM
We are
and with the
beyond
food
honored.
pantry? Oh no,
We are beyond honored. We are so very grateful.
it is our pleasure, and we're excited to be a part of it. So here's what's going to happen. There on your screen, you see a very simple diagram. What we're going to do is all day on November 15th, so that Wednesday, the day before the 16th, all day on the 15th, we're going to open up Avon Town Hall we're basically going to make it a drop-off food pantry location. So what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to bring your cans of food, your boxed mashed potatoes, your gravies, your baking goods and whatnot. And if you notice, it's really cool, but on the very front of Town Hall, you pull in and then there's like a circle drive that goes right around the front of Town Hall, and then you pull right back out to 36. That is going to be the drop off, and we're going to be outside all day long from 8 a.m. until 4:30 in the afternoon collecting food. So this is going to be a very easy, very simple way for you to come out and drop a can of food off, or cans or bags or whatever you want to donate. We're going to thank you, and we're going to smile, and we're probably going to give you a high five, and we have a whole bunch of stickers. We'll give you a sticker too, because
Awesome.
we have a whole bunch of those. But we just want to thank you for being able to support the food pantry and the community pantry with MLM. So all day on the 15th here at Avon Town Hall, there's going to be different people out there. We're going to take lots of pictures. I'm sure we'll have some music playing or something along those lines. And the fun part is we're also going to have some of our town trucks. So all you have to do is pull up. You don't even have to get out of your vehicle. Our staff will unload your vehicle, put that food into a town truck. Once that town truck has been filled, they're going to drive it over to door 13.
Yes.
And then we're going to unload it and help break the bank, so to speak. We're going to fill that bank up as much as possible to help them prepare for the 16th and for the amount of people that might be showing up. I think the most heartbreaking thing that I could think of is if somebody shows up and you just don't have something for them. And we don't want that for anybody. And we want to try to help them as much as possible to fill that bank up and to get as full as possible. So put it on your calendar, find some time on your lunch break. There's the challenge for you right there. On your lunch break, instead of going out to Subway or instead of going out to McDonald's or whatever else, maybe stop by Town Hall and drop off food that will feed an entire family for Thanksgiving. So that is what's going on. Mary, I want to make sure that they know how to contact you and the organization, what is the best way to reach out to you all?
The best way to reach out to us is we have a dedicated email to the pantry, and that is ML Maier, and let me spell that. It's ML, and then Maier is spelled Maier, foodpantry@gmail.com. So ML Maier foodpantry@gmail.com. That is monitored constantly. And also you could go to our website, which is avon-schools.org/pantry. That should get you there. And if you have any troubles navigating the website, it talks about our wish list. It talks about ways to donate. It talks about ways to volunteer if you're interested in volunteering. It is a wonderful way to give back to your community here in Avon, a valley of neighbors.
There you go. I love it. Mary, thank you so
It's
much.
been my pleasure.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for having me here today. And thanks to all of you for listening. And please reach out to us if you have any questions.
Wonderful. My friends, it's been so good talking to you. I'm glad that you got to meet my friend Mary. If you have questions, you can reach out to them. You can always reach out to us at Town Hall. We'd be happy to connect you as well. Again, like you said, a valley of neighbors. So whoever you reach out to, we're going to get you connected to the right person. Don't forget, put it in your calendar. Put that down in your calendar. November 15th, all day, 8 to 4:30 here at Avon Town Hall. You can drop off your food and we'll get it over to MLM so that way they can distribute it to the community.
And I'll be at the other end when you all deliver.
There we go. Perfect.
So it comes full circle.
Full circle. All right, my friends, I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.